It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might have considered that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Buying time to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Kind of like that start, 14 yards to get him going.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing now is Allen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On 1st down, Bonds. He gets this one to Burks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, Bonds. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And carefully for both sides. Not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Allen off the bootleg. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dillon, they try the left side with him. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
This will be, 38 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw on second down, Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonds over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Coming left, it's Ingram. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that should get all the credit. Sometimes I think about it, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Burks. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Bonds. And this is incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw, Bonds. He's got one. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Off the play fake, Bonds is going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Allen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down, Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Bonds. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. And And this one is incomplete. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Off-play action. Bonds steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jamar Chase.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds.
It's complete. Burks.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down. Bonds.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, and it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Former #1 overall pick Joe Burrow with a touchdown pass. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Off the play fake. Bonds going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A four-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Allen to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Greer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds, and this is caught by Watkins.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That's out to the flat for Ingram. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Off play action. Bonds. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Bonds.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He gets it to Burks again.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
Ingram.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Now that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dillon up the middle.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. Now Allen again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now Dillon on the inside give. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Allen going to throw. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
To the air, Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Ingram again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Up the middle, Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give to Ingram up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Ingram, he's been busy today.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen now on 1st down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen
going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing on first down is Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And again, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it go deep from Mitchell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Allen, got to have this one. Able to find Gray here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Allen.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Allen
drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And here's Allen. That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. The quick slant caught.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen to throw once more. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. On 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Panthers will get the football back. And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Panthers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.